Hi, and welcome back to the GT Woodshop and part 4 in the series of building cabinets for my ever-growing collection of bourbon and rye whiskey. Oh, and rum. I didn't mention rum before. Rum's lovely too. I like rum. In this video, I'm going to start building the doors for the cabinets. If you haven't seen the videos on the cabinet build, I'll put a link to the playlist or the first video up here and down in the description below. So I'm going to start, as per the rest of the build, with some rough sawn oak that I'm going to machine down into the pieces I need for the frames for the doors. As you well know, my veneers arrived as per the excited little schoolboy unboxing it in the previous video. If you've not seen that, it's worth a giggle. It's only about 5 minutes long. I'll put a link up and down below in the description so you can have a laugh at my expense. With the veneer here, I whizzed out today on a crucially important mission, so I was allowed to leave the house. UK lockdown if you're not in the UK. To pick up a sheet of MDF for the door panels. So the style of door I'm going to make is picture here, hopefully about here. So I've got full length stiles and shortened rails. So I'm going to simulate that style, copy that style, bevels and all. So I'm going to cut my stiles to length and then my rails to length. And then I'm going to use dominoes to join them together. That'll give me the exact size that I need to work out the exact size of the panels before I get the glue press out, veneer press out, sorry, and glue the veneer to the MDF. Very exciting. And at this moment in time, we still don't know which veneer we're going to use. What a cliffhanger. Crack on. Some of the pairs have got some great figure at one end, which I want to keep. Let me find a pencil. So I'm going to cut that end. I like that end. I like that end too. So I'm going to go up to there. I like this end. I like this end. I really like this end. That's quite nice. That would feel nice, wouldn't it? What you like on the back. Yeah. Okay. Ends chosen. And what I've done, let me just check you can see. I think you can see. I've chosen some little squirrely bits down the bottom. That one's got a lovely little V. That's got a nice knot in it. So I'm going to be doing a bit more with resin. So let's trim them up. So I'm setting up the domino to make the cuts. As you can see here, I'm going to put 2 dominoes per joint and just get them in, make it a lovely, stable, good, strong joint. The small end adapter is too small to go on my timber. So I've set myself up with a little jig and I can just slip the rails in, set the 2 outriggers to the exact place, and then 2 quick plunges, turn it over, and I'm away. So I can knock these 6 out really quick, and then I'll set up another jig to do the sides. Well, my frames are done. Beautiful. You can't beat that Festool Domino. It's an awesome piece of kit. Should be reviewed by somebody. So now it's on to cutting up the panels and getting the veneer out. Woohoo! Crack on, eh? Crack on. Well, boys and girls, it's decision time. Everything is ready for me to start the veneering process. My frames are dry assembled. My panels are rough cut to size, oversize, 750, 400 if memory serves. And now I need to decide. I'm going to be a chicken. I said it was going to be bird's eye maple from the start. I really like the bird's eye maple. I think it complements the oak beautifully and it doesn't require a join. I know, I'm a chicken. Branded forevermore. For those of you that responded in the comments, I thank you. So I need to choose what's going to be on the front of the doors. Here's one of my panels. So 1, 2, 3, and a little bit spare for a test. Fantastic. And I'll need a test because I don't know how it's going to respond to the panels being trimmed down on the table saw once it's all glued up. And I don't know how it's going to respond to the Danish oil either. So I definitely want a test piece. I've got one square edge right up the side of the board. So I'm using my panel to mark. I've squared this bottom edge off. I've got a couple of pieces of scrap MDF underneath to support the veneer whilst I cut. Blade looks sharp. In case you're wondering, the knife's called a dolphin knife. I used to use it when I was a floor layer many moons ago. You've got blade storage inside, quick access to change the blade, but also you haven't got that horrible slidey thing that you get with the Stanley and the Titan knives that dig into your hand, and the shape of it stops it sliding out from your hand. Great knife. So I've got these offcuts left from cutting the door panels. So I'm going to use one of these as a test. So I've got a piece for front and back, a caul for the bottom, and a caul for the top. So I'll not only be testing my ability to glue a piece of veneer to a piece of MDF, I'll also be testing the fact that I'll be using brown paper in between the cauls and the veneer to avoid the caul sticking to the veneer. I'll be testing my application of glue with my super wide glue roller and the bag press itself. So there's a lot going on here. And to say I'm nervous is an understatement. I'm approximately as nervous, I think, as I was when my wife took me home to meet her mum for the first time. That's nervous. So I've got my temporary bench extension set up. Here's my bag. Yes. This way. Serves. Yes. So this is just a sealer piece of rubber tube that you squeeze into, would you believe, a piece of conduit, which I think is cheap. But rest assured, there'll be a review on the Bag Press V4 Pro coming up shortly. Might even be out before this one. Depends how well it does or doesn't go. So this is the base I made to go in the bag to allow the air to come out from under the piece that I'm veneering. But it is a right dog to get in. Let's see if I can use some leftover bits of end grain chopping board to make life a little easier. Don't know if it will or not. Of course it will. It was a brilliant idea. So here we are. This is my test ready. Here's my bottom coal with the edges slightly rounded so I don't burst the bag. So that goes down first. Then a piece of paper goes on the coal, just in case the glue comes through. Then the veneer goes on top of the paper. Then we apply the glue to the panel and then carefully place the panel on the veneer. Then we apply the glue to the panel and carefully place the veneer on the panel. Then we apply the paper to the veneer, and then finally we put the top coal on. All of that was mainly for my benefit, so I don't make a pig's ear of it. Then just before we pop it in, a little bit of tape top and bottom to make sure it doesn't all smidge around. Okay, I think I'm good to go. I just need to find something to put the glue in. Well, I don't have anything to pour the glue in, so I'm going to use a piece of melamine that I've got spare. Good old Heath Robinson fashion. So there's my bottom board, curvy edges down. Paper to stop sticky poozes. Man, that's gorgeous. But that's gorgeous as well. I don't know if that is the top. And that's my board I'm going to glue up. Make sure it's dust free. Here we go. Now this I've got to carefully place on my veneer. Oopsie. No, that's okay. Right. Bit more glue. Adhesive. That's obviously going on that way because I spoke glue on it. I should say adhesive, shouldn't I? Let's just get rid of that excess there. Piece of paper and my coal. There's a little sandwich. A sandwich. That goes in there, like so, and then this is apparently breathable material so that that outlet valve doesn't suck itself to the top of the MDF and create its own mini little vacuum and do nothing. I feel nervous, so nervous. I feel nervous and giddy and gay, and I pity any veneer in here today. Here we go, making sure there are no creases, because creases would be bad. Okay? Okay. Okie dokie then, and turn on. Look at that bad boy go. Well, that's it. There's absolutely nothing to it. What a breeze. I can already tell it's going to be perfect. And now we wait for somewhere between 1 and 2 hours. I don't know which. See you later.